Okay. So we're diving into Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah,
This book, it's been a bestseller for like almost a century,
it really has. Yeah.
promising to show us how to like think our way to riches.
That's the big promise, right?
Right.
Like how do we get there?
Yeah. So what's interesting to me though is Hillen, he didn't like just make this stuff up.
Yeah.
He spent over 20 years uh, interviewing like all these super successful people.
Oh yeah, he went right to the source.
From Henry Ford to Thomas Edison, like trying to figure out what made them so successful.
Yeah, he talked to like inventors and
Yeah.
business leaders and all sorts of folks.
Yeah, so we're not dealing with like some random self-help guru here.
No, this is the OG.
Yeah, right.
This is where it all started.
Yeah, he did some serious research,
Exactly.
but does it hold up?
Right.
Like that's what we're here to figure out.
That's the question.
So we're going to unpack the core principles, see what's still relevant today.
Right.
And like most importantly, what you could actually like use in your own life.
Yeah, the actionable stuff.
That's what we want.
So one of the first things that like jumps out at me is Hill's emphasis on like burning desire. He doesn't just say have goals, right?
No.
He's talking about an intense, like almost like obsessive drive
Oh, yeah.
to achieve what you want.
It's that fire in the belly.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting at.
Yeah, it's not just like wishing or hoping. It's like that deep motivation that fuels action.
Absolutely.
So he tells this story about Edwin C. Barnes, right?
Oh, yeah. I love that story.
Okay, so Barnes was like obsessed with working with Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
So he like shows up on Edison's doorstep.
Yeah, just shows up.
Right.
Hey, Mr. Edison.
Then took like any job he could get.
Anything just to be in the room.
Yeah, and eventually became like Edison's business partner.
It's crazy.
It's like a crazy story.
But it shows you the power of that desire.
Right, but like I get that having this like strong desire is important.
But isn't that just the first step?
Well,
What about talent, resources,
absolutely.
even luck?
Of course, yeah, those things matter.
Right.
But Hill's point is that burning desire, that's the spark.
Okay.
That's what gets everything going.
Okay.
It pushes you to develop your talents, find the resources, make your own luck.
Okay.
He believed that desire changes how you see the world, makes you more aware of opportunities
Interesting.
you might otherwise miss.
Okay.
And modern psychology actually supports this.
Really?
Yeah. Studies have shown that people who are really committed to their goals, they're more likely to stick with it even when things get tough.
Oh, interesting.
That unwavering desire can be a huge predictor of success.
So it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
In a way, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Hill also talks a lot about belief, like believing you can achieve your desires,
Right.
which seems a little less concrete.
Yeah.
It's easy to like say believe in yourself.
Yeah. But how do you actually cultivate that?
Right.
Like deep-seated belief.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Hill actually offers a technique for this.
Okay.
He called it auto-suggestion.
Okay.
And this is where he gets a little mystical,
Right.
talking about the subconscious mind and how it can be influenced
Oh, boy.
to manifest your desires.
That's where I kind of get lost.
I know it can sound a little out there.
It starts to sound like, think positive thoughts and magically get rich.
Yeah.
But
I think if we strip away
okay.
some of that older language,
Mm-hmm.
what Hill was really getting at is
Yeah.
a kind of consistent and intentional self-programming.
Okay.
Today we might call it affirmations or positive self-talk.
Oh, okay. So it's like more than just wishing or hoping.
Right.
It's about like actively shaping your beliefs and expectations
Exactly.
through like repeated messages to yourself.
Yeah.
But does that really work?
Well,
Like I've tried affirmations and sometimes they feel kind of forced. Yeah, I get that.
right.
But Hill was aware of that too.
Okay.
He emphasized the importance of repetition
All right.
and emotion. The idea is that by repeating your desired outcome, especially with feeling and conviction, you can reprogram your subconscious mind
Wow.
to align with your goals.
Okay.
Think about athletes who use visualization.
Oh, yeah.
They're basically practicing success in their minds, strengthening their belief in their ability.
So you're saying belief isn't just some passive state.
No.
It's something you actively cultivate and strengthen
Definitely.
through things like affirmations or visualization.
I think,
So it's like building mental muscle.
yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Okay, I like that.
So we've got the desire, we've got the belief,
Yeah.
but even then, isn't there more to it?
Yeah.
You can't just wish for $1 million and expect it to appear.
Exactly.
And this is where Hill gets really practical.
Okay.
He has a whole chapter dedicated to specialized knowledge. He argues that formal education, that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
He wants us to become lifelong learners, constantly seeking out knowledge through mentors, books, real-world experiences.
It's like always be learning.
Always be learning, I say.
Okay, so you need the skills and the know-how to back up your desire and your belief.
You got it.
But how do you even know what to learn?
All right.
There's so much information out there.
That's the challenge, isn't it?
It is.
Hill's advice is to identify the key knowledge areas for your specific field.
Right.
And then make a plan to learn those things.
So it's not just about learning randomly.
Yeah.
It's about strategically acquiring the knowledge you need.
Targeted learning.
Targeted learning.
For your goals.
So think about your own field.
Right.
What's one skill or piece of knowledge you could start learning today that would give you an edge?
That's the question to ask yourself.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Hill also talks about the power of imagination, which, to be honest, I kind of dismissed as a little woo-woo at first.
I get it.
But he seems to be onto something, right?
He does, yeah.
So what's he saying about imagination?
So Hill believed that imagination is like the workshop of the mind.
Okay.
Where you create mental blueprints for your future. And it's not just daydreaming.
Yeah.
It's about using your imagination to plan to problem solve, to rehearse success.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
And we see this today, right?
Where do we see it?
In sports, in business,
Okay.
elite athletes use mental imagery
Oh, right.
to rehearse their performance.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs visualize their success before they achieve it.
So it's about using your imagination to create a clear vision
Yeah.
that pulls you forward.
Exactly.
Okay, but then you have to actually act on that vision, right?
Right. That's the key.
They can't just imagine it. You have
Yeah.
to do it.
And that brings us to Hill's final principle,
Right.
organized planning.
Okay.
He's very clear about this.
Yeah.
Thoughts and desires without action, they're just that, thoughts and desires.
Yeah.
You need concrete plans, timelines, action steps.
So Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
It's not just about thinking positive.
No.
It's about creating a roadmap
Yeah.
and then taking those steps.
Daily action.
Yeah, to get there.
Aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions.
All towards a common goal.
Exactly.
So to wrap this up,
Okay.
it seems like Hill's formula boils down to this.
All right. Lay it on me.
You cultivate that burning desire.
Okay.
Believe in your ability to achieve it.
Yep.
Use tools like autosuggestion or affirmations
Right.
to strengthen your belief.
Who's going?
Acquire the specialized knowledge you need. Harness the power of imagination
Yes.
to create a clear vision.
And then
And then crucially, put it all into action
love it.
with organized planning.
You nailed it.
So Hill might have been writing in a different era,
Yeah.
but these principles,
They still hold up.
they still resonate today.
Absolutely.
So if you could define your burning desire right now, what would it be?
That's the question.
And what's the very first step,
Yeah.
even a small one,
Even a tiny one.
you can take
Good.
to start moving towards it?
That's where the magic happens.
That's the challenge.